Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Root Beer here, ready to start Part B of the 2015 Canadian Intermediate Math Competition. Okay, so let's dive in. We got question number 1, and that's what we're going to cover in this video. I can already see it's got 3 parts, but let's take a moment just to read the little preamble before Part B. Part B is the written solution part. So for each question in Part B, your solution must be well organized and contain words of explanation or justification. Marks are awarded for completeness, clarity, and style of presentation. And as someone who's been in the marking room, I know that if we don't know what's going on, it's harder to follow, and it's harder to award marks that you might deserve. So completeness, clarity is actually very key. You can get very messy things. It's very hard to follow, and typically people might lose marks for that. Okay. So, a correct solution poorly presented will not earn full marks. That can happen. That has happened. Okay? We don't just want final answers. We want justification, and we, above all, we want flow. Okay? You know, this part that I observe leads into this, which gives me this equation, an explanation as to why that's happening. Not just equation, answer. Okay? Sometimes that cuts it, but not always. Okay? Try and explain everything. Justify everything. If you're using a result, a well-known, let's say, circle theorem or something like that, write it down. Mention it. Okay, I was at a marking thing for, not these ones, but the Euclid recently, and only 2 or 3 of us knew any circle geometry, and the whole room had no idea what was going on when certain circle results were invoked, like the diameter subtends a right angle in every circle. A bunch of people didn't know that. A bunch of markers didn't know that. And if people didn't cite that result, it wouldn't come to them, obviously. And it really gummed up the works, delayed the whole thing. That section, we were the last ones to be done. Okay? So try and be clear. If you're using a result, mention that result. Okay? Write full sentences. That is really important. A lot of people will not. Okay? So try and do all that stuff. But let's get back to the question at hand, and that's question number 1. Okay, at Cornthwaite, that looks British enough that I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But at Cornthwaite High School, many students enroll in an after-school arts program. The program offers a drama class and a music class. Each student enrolled in the program is in one class or both classes, so nobody's in no classes. Okay. So we got A, B, and C. They're probably going to increase in difficulty. Let's see here. A, this year, 41 students are in the drama class and 28 students are in the music class. If 15 students are in both classes, how many students are enrolled in the program? Okay. So, things that are popping to my mind when I read this. I'm thinking something called the principle of inclusion and exclusion. You know, these two things, sorry, how do I want to phrase this? When you count up something like this, if I were to just count up 41 plus 28, that would not be the right answer, because I'm counting the 15 students who are in both the drama and the music classes twice. So I would then have to subtract off those 15 students that I've counted twice. So get rid of one of those counting. So the principle of inclusion and exclusion is sort of a generalization of that. And it goes along with the other thing I'm thinking, which is Venn diagrams. And I think that's how I'm probably going to attack this first problem here. So I'm going to draw a Venn diagram. So we're going to have... You know what? I think I'm going to use colored circles too. Maybe make things a little clearer. Because Venn diagrams can get messy. Especially if it's more than just 2 circles intersecting. So this is going to be, I think, drama. The drama class. And the other one was the music class. So we're told that there's 28 people overall in the whole music class, and 41 people overall in the whole drama class. But there's this middle area. 15 students in both. Okay? This overlap that is both drama and music. It's in both circles. So I know I've got 15 students in here. In total, in the red circle, I need 28 students. I've got 15 of them already. How many is that left over? 28 minus 15, 13 students just in music. Okay? Not in drama at all. 15 who are in music are also in drama. That leaves 13 who are in music who are just in music. We do the same sort of thing over here. We need 41 overall in the blue circle, in the drama circle. That's how many people are in drama. 15 of them are in drama, but also in music, and they're in this little overlap here. So how many people does that leave out here, which represents just the people in drama? Well, 41 minus 15. That 15 has already been accounted for, and that's, 26. So 26 people just in drama. Okay? So the total number of students overall, well, we count up each area separately. So 26 plus the overlap plus 13. Okay? And when we do that, we got 26 plus 15, that's 41, plus 13, that's 54. Okay? And I would say this nice, cleanly labeled Venn diagram with its colors would probably suffice for a good explanation. Okay? If you wanted to, you could go through and take steps to talk about your calculation. So, for example, we could write now number of students is number just in drama plus number just in music plus the number in both. Or we could introduce variables and things like that. But I would say a nice, clean, concise Venn diagram, as long as it's properly labeled, suffices, and it's also nice and clear. And that gives sort of like brownie points or something like that. It's a nice, clean, crisp, simple explanation. Okay? We've got our calculations to show everything. 41 minus 15 is equal to 26. And we've labeled that. That's just in drama. Whereas the whole blue circle is drama in general. Okay? So I'd say that's not bad. Alright, so we've got B part. In 2014, so that's last year, I guess, according to this contest, a total of 80 students enrolled in the program. So now, if we're doing another Venn diagram, we know how many is in the whole diagram. Okay, so the sum of each of those individual parts, the overlap and the two single parts, we know that that total is 80. Just like we just worked out 54 is the total from part A. Okay. So 80 is the total. What's the rest of this question? If 3x minus 5 students are in the drama class, so that would be the whole blue bubble. That would be 3x minus 5. And 6x plus 13 students were in the music class. That's the whole red bubble, the whole magenta-y bubble. And x students were in both classes. That was sort of the green overlap, where you were in both. We're asked to determine the value of x. All right, let's draw another Venn diagram. And we'll give a bit more writing this time for those who thought it was insufficient in part A. So we're told in music it's 6x plus 13. In drama, it was, I want to say 3x minus 5. I'll check these in a moment. And this says green overlap here. In both, it was just x, just that value of x. Okay, 3x minus 5, 6x plus 13, we're looking good. So let's give a bit more explanation as to what's going on here. So, 80 is the number of students, and that's the number just in music, plus the number who's in both, plus the number just in drama. What I'd like is to get values for each of these, just music, both, and just drama, in terms of x. Because then I'll get an expression in x set equal to 80, and hopefully we'll be able to solve for the value of x. Okay. I know how many are in both, it's x. But I don't know how many are just in music. So just in music is the number who is in music minus the number who's in both. Okay? And that's going to be 6x plus 13 minus x. So the number of people who are just in music is 5x plus 13. We'll say x here, 5x plus 13 here. Likewise, we can get the number who's just in drama. That's everybody who's in the blue bubble, but not in the red bubble. So that's the number of people in drama, minus the number of people who are in both. Again, same sort of calculation. So that's 3x minus 5 minus x. It's going to be 2x minus 5. So that's how many people are over here. So then 80 is going to be just music, so that's 5x plus 13, plus x, because that's both, plus the number just in drama, that's 2x minus 5. So we can flip over to the other side of the page, and we can start to simplify this. 5x plus 2x, that's going to be 8x. Plus 13 minus 5, that's plus 8. Well, I realize I've got a factor of 8 here. Right now it's just solving. No more Venn diagram work. This is just solving. And I notice 80 is 8 times 10. So I can cancel these guys out. And I'm left with 10 is equal to x plus 1. Not that hard to see from here. X is equal to 9. So there's 9 people in both drama and music. How many people are in music in total? That's 6 times 9 plus 13, so that's 54 plus 13. That's going to be 67. So we can do a little check. How many people are in music? That's going to be 67. Just music. We had a formula for that. It was 5x plus 13. So that's 45 plus 13. And that's going to be 58. And drama. That's 3x minus 5. So that's 3 times 9 minus 5. That's 22. Just drama. We know both is going to be 9. So just drama would be 13. So that's 2x minus 5. That is 13. And we can check 58 plus 13 plus 9. That's going to be 71 plus 9. That is, in fact, 80. So we did a little check here. Just a little check in our head or a check with our calculator, and that's okay. Once we get an answer, go back, work out the other numbers if you can, if you've got time, and make sure that it does all make sense. You don't want a tiny little algebra mistake at the end to ruin all your nice Venn diagram work. Okay? So simple little checks can make the difference. They make the difference between thinking, oh, I've got a great answer to B1 part B, and oh, I made a mistake, I better go find that while I have the time. Okay? So we're not done yet. We've got part C to go, and I'm betting there's going to be another Venn diagram. So 2 years ago, that's 2013, half of the students in the drama class were in both classes, and 1/4 of the students in the music class were in both classes. Okay. So, half the students in the drama class were in both classes. So maybe if we called the number of students in the drama class D, so 1/2 D is in both. And if we called the number of students in the music class M, 1/4 M is also in both. So 1/4 M is 1/2 D. Okay. A total of N students enrolled in the program in 2013. If N is between 91 and 99 inclusive, determine the value of N. Okay. So, I'm betting that we can pick one of those variables, M or D, and be able to get N in terms of that. And maybe it'll be some sort of multiple, like 2 times M. And then there's only one possible multiple of 2 in here, or something like that. More likely, I think it would be multiple of 6. Something like that. So maybe 6 times the number of drama class kids. So 6D, and there's only one multiple of 6 in here, and that's 96. So N would have to be 96. That's the thinking I've got going on here. That's the idea. Okay? So, let's get to it. Should we use D or M, or maybe, actually, let's use both classes, because that's sort of the smallest thing. Okay, let's get our colors going, and overlap here with the red. So let's let B equal the number who are in both. D be the number in drama, and now let's write it out a little more neater. Number of students in both drama and music. This is where abbreviations are a lot more fun when you're doing these. But we'll be a little nicer and a little neater, because I did give that bit of a rant at the start about clarity. So I might as well try and live up to it a little bit. So number of students in drama. And what's the other one? M, number of students in music. Okay. So we know half the number of drama students is in both. So half of D is in B. And 1/4 of the music students is in both, so that's 1/4 of M is equal to B. So we can solve for both D and M in terms of B. So 2B is equal to D, and 4B is equal to M. Alright, we want N is the total number of students, and you might think that's D plus B plus M, but you'd be wrong. D is the number of all the students in drama, including that extra B. Okay? So, we're actually going to have to figure out the number who are just in drama. So, a number of students just in drama is D minus the number of students who are in both. So that's 2B minus B, and that's B. And now the number of students just in music, well, that's M, the number of students in music, minus the number of students who are in both. But M is 4B. So we get 3B. Okay? So let's redraw our Venn diagrams just to show what we've learned. We've got B here, we've got B here, and we've got 3B here. So n is going to be B plus that middle B plus that 3B. So that's 5B. So I was off. It's not a multiple of 6, I guess, but n is a multiple of 5. At least the thinking was right, though. We are looking just for a multiple. That's sort of the only way this could have gone down. We don't have enough information to peg down an actual number. We just got a bunch of ratios. So we state our reasoning. There's only one multiple of 5. In 91 through 99. So n is equal to 95. And that's our final answer there. And we stated our reasoning. We've got our equations with nice, crisp, clear sentences. So if you're looking for a more clear and complete proof, I would say my C proof is a lot better than the previous two. It sort of increased in formalism or nicety as I went along in this question. Okay. So that was all of question 1 in part B. We've got 2 more questions to go on this contest. Ooh, part 3, or B3 looks like it's going to be involved. But fortunately, we don't have to do that for a whole other video, because in the next video, we're going to do B2. So take a look at that whenever that gets posted, and I'll see you in that video. Thanks for watching.